So, electric blue Jack Dempsey's still alive. Did the water change today, but the one that I assume is a male, this one, the belly is really, really sticking out. I also didn't feed them yesterday. I probably been overfeeding them, but the belly was not like that. So I'm a little bit concerned. Um, Oddly enough, it looks almost identical to how this brilliant jewel cichlid looked right before she laid eggs. But the way that the dorsal fin is on that one, to me, looks like a male. So I think it's probably just, but they're definitely, the fins are definitely different, the dorsal on both of those. So I do believe I have a male and a female, but I don't know. I'm definitely not going to feed them tomorrow. See what's going on with the belly. Keep a close eye out. Make sure everything's alright. Look at that fat belly. I just want these things to survive. I want to see one that's full. I've never seen one in person that's full grown. Or even close to it. Electric blue Jack Dempsey. And they constantly change, from darker to brighter, and blue, darker blues and lighter blues. It's constantly changing. That's what cichlids do. I just want them to survive. So, keeping it simple. This tank, ever since I moved that blue striped, I don't know what kind it's called, not striped like that, not vertically but horizontally, in Buna. This one has come out, but it's black. He used to have black tips on his dorsal fin, but he was chasing that one around all the time, and it just so would hide in these little tunnels. But the bumblebee's out, and if you watch my last video, you see they laid eggs, and that is, they're being very protective. I'm assuming that's a female based off the belly size before it laid eggs, because it significantly reduced once the eggs got laid, and that's the male. They were labeled brilliant jewel cichlids. Got them from Bluegrass Aquatics, but they're both very, very pretty fish. So should be good genetics. I don't really not sure what I'm gonna do with them, to be honest. I'm just gonna let it play out and see what happens. But yeah, so but I did have a little issue today. And you can see this is the one that the horizontally striped and Buna I was telling you about. Got my flowerhorn. They're doing just fine. Flowerhorn looks great. I need to clean the outside of my tank. I actually cleaned the inside. Look, it's going in. But I gotta clean the outside of the glass. But the Mbuna's doing good, if I'm saying it right. And Magma Flowerhorn. I put algae, his top fin, algae gone or something like that. And then I put API, it's like, I think it's called CO2 Boost. And it boost the oxygen levels in the water, which I have an air stone, but that they really don't do a whole lot. But it's better than, I don't have, the water level's pretty high, so it's really not, you get most of your oxygen in your water from your filter where it splashes down. I mean, it depends on what system you have, but in this particular case, I mean, that's definitely helping for sure, but more of the agitation on the surface than the actual bubbles themselves. Anyways, they're doing fine. Like my flower horn seems more happy now. It's like it has a friend. But I said I did clean the tank, but they haven't eaten all the food yet. Most of what you see is expanded, like vegetable cichlid food, which is supposedly what the guy at that one store told me, that African cichlids, they eat more vegetation than meat. So, but in my experience, they definitely love some meat. So I just give them both. But I'm sure that'll be gone in the morning. But this one was not feeling so well when I put that algae on. Whenever I use the algae on, especially with the flower horn and the one I had before, it just, even water changes, for some reason they seem sensitive to it. I don't understand why. I keep the water temperature the same. I don't get it. I mean, this one's actually a lot better than my other one was when it comes to just regular old water changes. And I use the what's that brand? The Cichlid Prime for the dechlorinator and water conditioner, and then I use API. What is it? API stress coat, and that's all I use. Yeah, I gotta clean the outside of the glass pad. Yeah, wasn't planning on taking a video at all, but I went to go check on. Well, actually, I went to go turn all the lights off, and I was like, "Man, these fish are just popping." Beautiful. And the lighting messes up the coloring. What I'm seeing on the camera right now is completely different color, as far as like the shading, I guess, brightness and whatnot. That's pretty close right there. It just depends on the angle. That's definitely off. The lighting is definitely messing that one up. Try to move the light back. It just all depends. It's weird. Anyways, enough of that. Everybody else is doing good. Got to keep an eye on the water temperature here. Yep, it's definitely going down. I had to put a window unit in. I had no choice. Long story. Don't feel like talking about it. But being so close to the tank, I wanted to keep an eye on it. I can control this from my phone, which is useful because I work second shift and my wife works first shift. So pretty much when she's going to work, I'm going to bed, and when I'm going to work, she's just getting off and either going to the store or going to bed. So if she tells me, hey, it's temperature's 78, I'll just turn it off or tell her to turn it off or whatever. It doesn't matter. But I think I'm gonna put something up, something in between here. I mean, obviously I have the vent turned. But it doesn't matter. The air is still hitting. I can feel it's kind of cool on this side of the tank. The glass is, at least. which is obviously transferring to, which also the temperature in the house is cooler, so I mean that's gonna do it too. I mean, worst case scenario, I put another heater in, I'm guessing. Did a water change and a filter clean on this one, but when I picked this thing up, this ornament, I mean it's a huge. It's 150. It's a 6-foot long tank. A whole bunch of trash came out from underneath of it, and the water clarity got really bad. So I'm not expecting the water clarity to go up much until I do another water change and probably replace the filters with brand new ones. But I mean, everybody's doing fine. So those things are they're massive. I mean, they're huge. Fire mount's doing good. Jack's doing good. I actually can hand feed my Jack. I don't know. I've never seen anybody that's hand fed a Jack Dempsey. I'm sure there's somebody out there that has, but when it comes to bloodworms, I can hand feed. And this pleco is huge. And I don't even know why I still have it, to be honest. I mean, they're good in it. Well, I'll tell you why. Algae. But I put algae going in there, so which means pleco be gone because they I'm trying to think of a polite word. Whatever, they poop more than they clean. That's for sure. So you got my Jaguars, they're doing good. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Ready to go to bed. I gotta work tomorrow. Pups are doing good. You doing good, Eli? Oh. There's chilling. Max. What are you doing, Max? You ready to go to bed? Ready to go to bed? Huh? Ready to go to bed? You wanna go night night?